the business stuff was really hard to deal with because I'm running 3 businesses, and during a pandemic, that's no easy task. There's always another challenge to try to keep it over water, to keep things from going down, to keep at least a trickle of income coming in so that everybody still keeps their jobs. I haven't been able to be as creative as I wanted to during this pandemic. I'm kind of swinging back into that now. But I did get a lot of exercise done. I thought, okay, well, I might as well walk an hour a day and from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain and lose that 20 pounds. So I did get something constructive done, but still on the way to that. But I don't feel as if I had done as much creativity as I could have. I should have made some new courses and things like that. I did do a lot of articles and meditations and videos and stuff but I think that's exciting that you got started on a course. That's wonderful.
Well, and you created a new body for yourself. So that's pretty powerful. I mean, most of us were sitting around. I mean, I've been sitting behind a computer a lot, putting on.
I was too at first.
So I love
like, okay, I gained 10 pounds in this pandemic in the first 2 months. I'm like, okay, this is not okay.
But you took it out. So yeah. And, I think that's another thing, like you said, food and being, conscious of what we're consuming on multiple levels, because, we have the choice. Are we going to, get unfit or improve our fitness during this time? It's all amplified.
Yeah, those first 2 months, I have to admit, I ate a lot of comfort food and didn't move because it was shocking. And I had a lot of computer work to do because of the businesses.
Yeah.
But
well, you look wonderful and radiant
now.
You. Okay, I want to kind of segue into talking about, now this is a time of conscious creation on a lot of levels, and I want to talk about Dreamworld. And just getting into like something I've noticed myself waking up a lot. I wake up in the middle of the night because I have cats, and one of the cats meows very loudly next to the bed.
I have one of those.
Up and I will have been in dream school, being educated or educating in class in my dream time. So I know you do these types of things, and I want to talk to you about dream work. And I know that's an important part of what you do. So what have you noticed lately in your dream time?
Well, working out a lot of shadow stuff. I was surprised that some things came up to be healed. There's a lot of pollen in the air, so I have a scratchy throat today. The pine trees are shedding their pollen. I found that a lot of things that I thought that I had already healed were really triggered to go to deeper levels of healing in this lockdown pandemic thing. And I found in my dreams that some of it's like my spirit was working it out more on the subconscious level than on the conscious level. Normally my healing I do very much on the conscious level, but on the subconscious level, the dream was where that work was being done, the dreams. What I would advise everyone to do is learn how to do lucid dreaming. When you're in lucid dreams, then you can control your dream experience somewhat, and you can actually really dive in purposely to the shadow work that needs to be done, or just to have fun too, because it's a virtual reality. Astral projection is actually being able to go to different worlds as they exist. But the dream world is your virtual reality machine. It actually is your consciousness inside you. And yes, there is some overlap with other people's dream worlds. You can meet your friends in the dream worlds. That actually, they do have a component that exists there. It is a dimension of sorts, but you have more control over this experience than you do over any other, really. And the way to inspire, I suggest everybody start reading about lucid dreaming and what you can do, because you can also get a lot of ego desires out of the way. For instance, you've always wanted to be a movie producer, a rock star, or a brain surgeon, or a trapeze artist. If you wanted to ever be one of those, you can do that in the dream world without having to go to school for 8 years or whatever to be a brain surgeon. And you can actually experience and get these ego desires out of the way. Say you wanted the perfect relationship. Maybe you wanted to live in the perfect house. Maybe you wanted to live in a castle. Go ahead and do it for a night. And then it sort of gets these ego desires out of the way. Or you wanted to be really super rich and want to know what that's like. Have this lucid dream about it, and you get to experience that in a way that the human mind doesn't really know didn't happen. Because everything that happens in the dream world, your brain literally does not know that didn't happen in reality. To the brain, it both works. For instance, I learned how to play guitar in the dream worlds. I had a guitar teacher in the dream worlds. And it translates into this reality. Maybe you can't remember exactly what every moment of that dream is, but somehow you've transferred knowledge into this reality of how to play the guitar, and you play better because you've been practicing in the dream worlds. And it's like having another life once you can lucid dream. So the way to trigger lucid dreams is to start looking for dream signs in daily life. There's 2 techniques that I used that really worked. First, at any moment, you just stop and you ask yourself, am I dreaming? Because really that's the awakening question in the dream, is when you ask yourself, wait a minute, am I dreaming? And the answer is always yes. And then you experience your daily moment as a dream moment, a dreamscape. And the people in it are dream characters. And when that happens, when you do this enough, it translates into your dream worlds. And you start asking yourself if you're if you're dreaming while you're in your dream, and then you awaken in your dream. And then you can do whatever you want. The other technique that I used was looking for dream signs. Anything that's unusual, you have to have things that trigger you to ask the question, am I dreaming? And what you do is you look for dream signs, things that are unusual, or every time a light turns on or off, or every time the phone rings, you ask yourself, am I dreaming? Or every time you open and close a door, am I dreaming? Or you can look for, all of a sudden you see a guy on a unicycle with a hat and a feather. That's a dream sign, something unusual. Or you see even a black cat crossing your path. Am I dreaming? So you can use all sorts of things to trigger yourself to ask the question. Because just in life, sorry, just as in life, we are unconscious and kind of on autopilot. Same thing in the dream world. So you have to find ways to trigger yourself to come into the moment fully and realize you're in your virtual reality. So, and this is sort of like a lucid dream for the soul having a life. So it not only helps with triggering lucid dreaming, but it also triggers lucid awareness in your life, in your daily life. Because as you ask yourself, am I dreaming? And you look around at your life and in your moment and experience it as a dream world, that is exactly what's happening for the soul. And then you gain more control over what you create in this reality as well. So it works in both worlds to trigger this awareness, this present moment awareness.
I love that. Thank you. And I wanted to have a lucid dreaming teacher on the summit, and I didn't get one, but I did, and I didn't know it.
Oh, well, good creation there.
Yeah, I didn't really realize we'd go there, but I love it. And I appreciate this information because,